Good morning, everybody. Could this be the beginning of the end of the finger in the viewfinder video era? We'll see. Consuelo had this thing and I've never pulled it out, this tripod. So I want to whine about my health for 30 seconds, so if you're not interested, just fast forward 30 seconds. So apparently I have a cyst and a fibroid in my remaining ovary, and they are hurting a lot, and it's making my leg numb. And the goddamn doctor who's filling in for my actual doctor didn't even call me. She had the nurse call me, and she just said, well, keep taking Motrin. And I said, the Motrin isn't working, as I said in the doctor's visit. And there was no how long do I have to wait for this to stop hurting? I'm stuck on the couch. But today I'm just gonna power through it like a good Midwestern girl. So I'm super pissed about that, but I made an appointment with an actual OB GYN on Monday, so we'll deal with it then. Until then, all the wine for me. The end. So, who is yelling? There is so much bird racket today and squirrel racket. There's a bunch of jays running around, and see, who's that? Oh my gosh, I think it's a house finch. Anyway, I'll distract you by the birds. Anyway, so there's been some I don't know how I ended up with the smartest commenters on YouTube, but I have, and thank you for that. I don't know how you ended up here. Thanks to the algorithm, and thanks to you for lending your wisdom to the rest of us. I really appreciate it. Shout out to those of you that are starting to think about making your own channels. Yes, do that. I'm so excited. So I about that Benjamin Boyce idiot spew that he had about his male opinion on abortion and what goes through a woman's mind, or a girl's mind, before she has her abortion, because most of us do eventually, right? So here's a comment from PM about that I wanted to read, and then talk about some other stuff. Relation. I'm so awkward today because I'm not holding the fucking camera. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh my god, that stupid video of his. The arrogance. Thinking he has some clever gem on something he'll never experience. Abortions aren't thought through well enough is the most stale take. Right? Imagine being a man and thinking you know what a woman is thinking, or a girl is thinking, who's contemplating having an abortion. Do they think we just go in and pick one up like a pat of butter or a can of soup? Is that what they think goes through our minds? Oh my god. Yeah, that is the most stale take. But he didn't feel the need not to make it. I went on there and made some super smarmy comments, which have probably been deleted, but I had fun. There was one, a woman was like, oh yes, Benjamin, so deep, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know, the bar to impress het women appears to be pretty low, right? You know that old joke. A feminist, I know he's not a feminist, but a feminist male walks into a bar because it was set so low. Sorry, I love that one. Okay, anyway. Then she goes on, PM says, testosterone makes men daft about outside information. That's why men rate themselves higher than they actually are, and women rate themselves accurately. So they're Dunning-Kruger all the fucking time, and we are not. There's been so many robust studies on this topic. Men should walk through life knowing this tendency of theirs, the same way women have to learn how to navigate our own hormones, right? You know, with all the fucking shootings and the constant, we're going through like storms of hormones, especially at puberty, and then again at menopause. I imagine pregnancy, if you carry it through, is a lot of the same thing. These just clouds and swarms and storms of hormones, and you never see us going into a fucking bank or breaking into some doctor's house and shooting it up. You don't see it because we are adults and we learn how to manage our shit. This goes back to that Boy on a Beach episode that Consuelo and I witnessed, that I made a little video about. They are told from fucking birth that their every feeling is valid, ooh, and their every thought is fucking deep, Benjamin, and profound, the profundity of it, right? So, going on, I'll just go on over this for a long time okay. Now, the next thing she said was so freaking awesome. I have left over this kind of delicate thinking. Oh, can I just talk about over it for a second? You know, it's so, is it just gender crits that hate trannies? Is that where we're at? Like, it's all, oh, not all men. My Nigel's awesome. I think the more a woman has to talk about how awesome her Nigel is, the closer she probably is to ratting out, I guess we'll call it. And figuring out that it's all a sham. This is so weird, this thing. Let me know if it's weird for you too. Okay. Back to PM's comment on over it. They think there's no differences between men and women outside the physical, which is absurd because hormones and brains are physical, and men clearly have different hormones than women. I like men if they know how to keep their flaws in check, but the American cultural sphere has no awareness of the things men have to do to be reasonable humans, which means it's a pure chance and a whole lot of personal effort involved in any one man becoming decent. It's exhausting. I have relatives in another country, and they train their men differently there, and it's like night and day with how people treat male typical flaws in thinking. This is great. And this is why I think we made a mistake in making so many of them, that they never should have been 50% of the population, because they are so labor intensive to raise. Like, you put that on one woman, that's awful. And with all then they take control of the internets and the governments and the businesses, and everything gets all, well, fucked up to the situation we're in today. There needs to be a lot less of them. And you can all disagree with me on that, but I just think it's too much to ask women to spend all of this time training them, and we certainly can't rely on them having enough self-awareness and willingness to give up all their privilege. I hate that fucking word, but you know what I mean. Willingness to give up all the carrots that they get in life to make themselves better people. I mean, honestly, how many dudes do you know who do that? Even the quote-unquote good men, like Glinner. Somebody was telling us that, was it Ghost? It was probably Ghost. That she got banned from his chat for calling the goddamn trannies that he had on the other day. You know, to have trannies on there and treat them as they're being helpful to us, they're fucking not. It's not all men, it's not all trannies. Neither one of those things is true. It's all fucking trannies, and if y'all went out to Kiwi Farms and read that shit, you'd know that by now. And it's all fucking men. I can think of none really that I know IRL that haven't done some kind of fuckery. Even if they're not doing the fuckery on purpose, I think it's just their way to bulldoze through a bull in a china shop to get what they want, because, as PM said, they think that they know best. And they obviously, look where we're at. It's fucking 80 degrees in April. They don't know best. And now they want to put sulfur in the air to bounce the sunlight off. That'll fix everything. I suspect there won't be any crops in India if they do that. But whatever. Okay. But I digress. All right. Is that enough of my spew? That's a long time that I talked today. Yeah. I think I'll cut it now. All right. Everybody have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.